Day is, right, Di Maria and Falcao, any good or a big bag of shite?
I think what we've got to say is that we've not said this in a long time, but Januzaj changed the game.
Yes, he did change the game. Who did he come on for again?
Yeah, somebody who apparently is worth 60 million. But
I don't think he went off injured. I think it was a tactical change because he's having a nightmare again.
I don't think there's any doubt about that at all.
What about Falcao?
Well, I found it odd that the substitution got booed.
Yes.
And he got a standing ovation because aside from winning the penalty,
he did nothing else. He did nothing else. Apart from the pen which he won, and I'll have to see it again because I'm not too sure if it was a pen. But apart from that, I can't remember anything else he really did of any worthwhile note.
No. But it's the lack of chemistry. There really is no. It's like they're complete strangers. They just don't see
the whole team?
Well, I mean, there was one part that summed it up where Ashley Young got into a great position.
Rocco
wasn't even moving.
Rocco didn't, and I said that to Benji, and I said him when I was watching it, I was saying, in training, you surely would imagine, because what Benji said, well, why didn't he? Because people said, why didn't he look to see whether Rocco's going there? But you would imagine that he would expect him to have been running in that position, regardless if he could see him out of the left of his eye.
Or they should be shouting. So hear them. Move. So yeah, no, I agree. And it was things like that. I mean, the first half was appalling.
It was another terrible first half, wasn't it?
It seems to be that we get a good 45 minutes, and you can figure out in the first 5 minutes of the game whether it's going to be the first half or it's going to be the second half. That seems to be the way it goes, and it was pretty apparent very quickly it was going to be the second half.
Oh my God!
But the second half was much better. I will say that.
Yeah, but it was only got much better because they went down to 10 men, and then they no longer had an impact of it. That's my point of view.
I think that's maybe a bit harsh. I think before the sending off we were beginning to exert some influence, and as I say, I think with Januzaj on, I think we were beginning to get a bit of width, a bit more creativity. But we'll never know.
Okay. Bill, come here. Oh, let's come back on. Yeah, another thing I was gonna say as well is that what do you think about Johnny Evans today?
No comment. No comment.
Did you not think he was any good, like? but what do you think about the lovely 1-2s that Johnny Evans did with our goalie?
Yeah,
they're building up a good 1-2 partnership there, isn't it? You get the ball because I don't know what to do with it apart from pass it back.
I think in his defence, what I would say is that it seemed a bit of an odd situation where we were actively looking to try and pass the ball to him, the worst passer in the team, and expecting him to try and somehow start the play. It was all a bit bizarre, but yeah, it was.
Yes, yeah, well, that's right. Right, Bill. Let's just ask Chris the same question. Di Maria and Falcao, any good or a big bag of shite?
Today?
Yes.
The only good thing Falcao did the whole game.
Yes, was a pen.
Was holding the ball up and turning, and Brown brought him down.
Yeah.
There's only a bit of real skill.
Brown?
Well, it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was because the ref wasn't too sure.
I knew that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll come back and then.
Okay, but there's the thing. The ref didn't seem to know if it was Brown or not, did he?
A couple of times he did.
And I think he was listening to get from the linesman to find out. You know, what was it him should take off or not?
It did look like it was a 50-50 between O'Shea and Brown, about as in which one actually made the tackle.
Yeah.
So
potentially both of them could have got sent off.
I don't actually know how that would have worked.
And another thing is, do you agree with the fact that this ruling that a guy gets sent off and the other team gets a pen? Do you not think that's a double
whammy,
a double dunter?
Yeah.
That straight away you lose a player and then inevitably you're a goal down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't argue.
And a personal message for John Cruise Ship Wallace.
I hear he's going to be signed for 60 million for his local balloon football team. Bubble football. It's the latest craze. All the kids are doing it.
Right, John, we'd just like to wish you well. We're not going to be seeing you probably at the end of the season, all I can say is, for goodness sake, do the hippie shake. It's alright. I'd just like to say this, that John Wallace is usually a regular on this here, has broken his hip, so Get well soon, John. We wish you best. Yes.
Agreed.
Right, thank you very much. Bye.